I'm Ben with the BTC Sessions, and this is your Bullish Bit, brought to you by bitrefill.com, your one-stop shop to live on Bitcoin and Lightning. They've got all the best gift cards, things like Amazon, Apple, Best Buy, Airbnb, Uber, and much more. You can even do hotel bookings, you can do all of your travel, and you can now grab prepaid MasterCards as long as you have a US address that you can input. Check them out today, bitrefill.com. Links are down below to sign up now.
What I think I'm most bullish about and what I think is going to spread very far and wide is this is all over the headlines. Bitcoin's getting a lot of attention. And the key narrative that's really spinning out of all of this is that this asset doesn't have counterparty risk and everything else that you do does. And that's huge because I think during some of the prior cycles, it was, Bitcoin's an inflation hedge or, stock to flow model or things like that. And they were never really fundamental narratives that say, no, this is an alternative financial system where the risks are different and people aren't in control. And it's just completely decentralized. And I feel like through this cycle with what's happening in the world right now, I think we're actually going to get to a point where that narrative starts to spread. And I feel like we're going to start building on that pretty significantly this year. So I'm pretty bullish. I think that when you pair that narrative and how I think that's going to start to emerge throughout Normie world with everything that's getting built on Bitcoin right now too, there's a lot of people that are realizing that there's actually a lot of cool new technologies for scaling and for programmability and all these other things that are going to allow like basic financial services to start to emerge on Bitcoin and be much more practical at the consumer level. And I think that's coming in like the next few years. I think we're kind of at this major inflection point right now where we're going to see a lot more direct to consumer financial services start to emerge. It's going to be built on Bitcoin and we're not going to be having tokens issued and we're going to be using one form of money and it's going to be pushed into different layers of technology. And I think that all of that together with this narrative, I think things, I was a little worried during the crash last year. I was like, oh, it's going to be a few years before things turn around. And with what's starting to come out with technology and what the traditional financial system is showing to people and being, the best marketing resource that we have in the Bitcoin community. I don't know, man. I think shit's going to get pretty wild by end of year. I think we might start to see some pretty cool shit happen.